Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. In yesterday's class, actually, we have finished the poem from 8th unit, that is Be Thankful, right? So, in today's session, we'll see workbook part from both the readings A and B readings from 8th unit. Okay, open workbook page number 235. Page number 235. Let us see the comprehension. What is the first one? Why was Dr. Kotnis sent to China? So, why was he sent, children? In 1937, the Communist General of China, that is Zhu Dai, he requested Jawaharlal Nehru to send Indian physicians to China during the Second Sino-Japanese War to help the soldiers. So, as there was a war between China and Japan, okay, during that war, so many soldiers were injured. So, to treat them, they required the physicians. That's why Communist General of China in the year 1937, he requested our first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, to send a team of physicians. So that's why they went to China. Along with him, along with Kotnis, who did go there, children? M. Atal, M. Cholkar, Dr. Kotnis, B.K. Basu, and Mukherjee. Other members were who, children? Atal, Cholkar, Kotnis, Basu, and Mukherjee. Right. And anyway, remaining members, they came back India after that war, but Kotnis stayed there itself and he provided his services to Chinese soldiers. Okay. Next one. What was Dr. Kotnis' contribution to Dr. Bethune International Peace Hospital in China? So, what was his contribution? How did he provide his services? Dr. Kotnis served as a doctor. So, he served as a doctor and he worked as a lecturer as well. He served as a doctor. He worked as a lecturer for some time in the military area at the Dr. Bethune Hygiene School. So, at Dr. Bethune Hygiene School, even he worked as a lecturer for some time. Mainly, he served as a doctor at military base. Not only that, even he took over the post of first president of the Bethune International Peace Hospital after Dr. Norman Bethune passed away. Actually, the president was Norman Bethune as he was passed away. That means he was died. That post was also taken over by Dr. Kotnis. That means he became president of the International Peace Hospital. Bethune International Peace Hospital. Okay. Next. Third one. Why did Dr. Kotnis opt to stay back in China? So, why he wanted to stay back in China itself? What is the reason behind that? After the war, all other doctors except Dr. Kotnis returned to China. We know this one, right? Actually, a team of 5 members went to China. Okay, and except Kotnis, remaining members came back or returned back to India. Then why did he stay back there? Dr. Kotnis decided to serve at the military base. He decided to serve at the military base. So that's why he wanted to stay back in China itself. Okay. Next one. How did Chinese show their gratitude towards Dr. Kotnis? Our unit name itself, gratitude. Okay. So how did they have shown their gratitude? They have done a lot of things, right? What are they? Actually, in order to cherish the memory of Dr. Kotnis, the Chinese government built first one is what? They built a memorial hall for him in Shiazang city and Hebei province in 1976. Next, along with that, even Canadian Dr. Norman Bethune, Dr. Kotnis continues to be revered by the Chinese people. Along with Norman, even he was also treated in the same manner. So he is also revered, that means respected by the Chinese people. Again in April 2005, what happened? Actually, both of their graves, that means Norman and Courtney's, both of their graves were covered completely in flowers, which were donated by the Chinese people during the festival. What is that festival, children? Qingming festival. So there was one festival that usually Chinese people celebrates called Qingming, and during that festival, actually both the graves of that means Dr. Norman Bethune and Courtney's were completely covered by flowers. Those were offered by the people. And actually that festival especially they use it to celebrate in order to commemorate the commemorate their ancestors. Next, even they built a small museum, okay, which contains some books. In that especially there was one book which was written by Courtney's itself, okay, Passes from India to China. Name of that book was Passes from India to China, and some photographs were also there. Next, China government even it honored him with a stamp in the year 1982. See, these all the ways, in all these ways they had shown their gratitude. They have built memorial halls, they have the government released one stamp, there was one museum, books written by him and photographs were there. And next, not only that, even they use it to celebrate the festival every year. They use it to recollect, means remember the services rendered by these great people. Next, so this way the Chinese continue to show their gratitude towards Dr. Courtney's. Next, why was Mrs. Courtney's a regular invitee at the Indian embassy functions in China? We know that, right? She became as a regular invitee. Why is it so? The selfless service. Selfless service means what? Dr. Courtney's, he never thought of himself. He always thought in a selfless manner. That's why even he lost his life like that only, right? If he was a selfish person, obviously he would not have lose his life. As he was selfless, he didn't take care of himself. That's why he lost his life actually. So just because of that, the selfless service rendered by Dr. Courtney's to the Chinese soldiers moved the heart of the Chinese. The selfless service rendered by Dr. Courtney's to the Chinese soldiers actually moved the heart of the Chinese. He is deeply respected by them. He is deeply respected by them. As the wife of Dr. Courtney's, she has also been honored all along. Even wife of Courtney's also, because of that reason only, wife of Courtney's is also honored all along. Since Dr. Courtney's was from India, she was a regular invitee at the Indian embassy functions in China. Even as she was a regular invitee, she became the regular. Okay, even our government wanted to treat her or else wanted to give the same respect. So that's why she became the regular invitee at the Indian embassy functions. Next one, this one you can write your own opinion, children. Next page, page number 236, some additional questions are there. Very easy one. When and where Courtney's was born, and how did Courtney's control the plague? How was Dr. Courtney's venerated in China? That means what? How he was respected. Venerated means respected. Next one, how was Dr. Courtney's known to everyone? So this one, see this one. Let us see this question. How was Dr. Courtney's known to everyone? Dr. Courtney's became famous in his hometown after his death. Here hometown means what? In India. In India actually he was not known to so many people. But when he became famous after his death only, he became famous in his hometown. That too how? with the publication of his best-selling biography. So there was one biography. So biopics, we know that, right? Actually, that was written by a film journalist Khwaja Abbas Ahmad. So a person called Khwaja Abbas Ahmad wrote the biography of Dr. Dwarkanath Kotnis. Name of that book was One Who Never Returned. Name of that book was what, children? One Who Never Returned. After publication of that book, publication means what? That book printed and that got released into the public. After reading that book only, the people, especially Indians, even in his hometown also, people came to know about him. In that way, he became famous. Not only that, even in the year 1945 and the screening of the 1946 classic Bollywood movie, there was one movie, that means what, based upon the life story of Dr. Kotnis. Even one picture was also picturized. Name of that movie was Dr. Kotnis Ki Amar Kahani. What was the name of the movie, children? Dr. Kotnis Ki Amar Kahani. Okay, that was directed by V. Shantaram. Okay, in the year 1945, his biography was published actually, and in the year 1946, a movie was picturized on his life history. Okay, name of the book was One Who Never Returned. Name of the movie was Dr. Kotnis Ki Amar Kahani. After that, he became very famous. Even Indians started respecting him. Indians are also started remembering his selfless services. Okay, right. This is from A reading. Now we'll see B reading, that is Be Thankful. Let us see that is page number 245. Be reading. What it is, children? Be thankful. Let us see the comprehension here. First one, what is it? The poet depicts different situations or aspects of life where we need to be thankful. What are they? So in the poem, in yesterday's poem, we have seen some incidents or some situations, aspects where we need to be thankful. What are they? We need to be thankful when? In which conditions? In which situations we need to be thankful? First one, when we don't know something. When we don't know something, we need to be thankful. For the difficult times, for our limitations, for each new challenge that we face in our lives, for our mistakes, when we are tired and weary, for the setbacks and for our troubles. So for all these things, we need to be thankful. See, children, again, when we don't know something, for the difficult times, for our limitations, for each new challenge, for our mistakes, when we are tired and weary, for the setbacks and for the troubles. For all these, if you learn to be thankful in all these scenarios, then really your life is going to be a peaceful one. Then you can do whatever you want. It becomes very easy to achieve your goal. Okay. Next one. So do you agree with the poet's ideas? So it's your opinion. You can share. If it is yes, you can write that. If it is no also, you can share your own opinion. Okay. Next, third one. How do the difficulties help us grow? When will the troubles become blessings? So what can we learn from these difficult times and how can we turn troubles into blessings? Difficulties help us grow if we are thankful for them. So when actually difficult times help us? When we are going to be thankful for them. Next, when we face difficulties, we try hard to get out of those difficulties and will finally get rid of them. So if there is any difficult situation, if we are facing any difficulty, then what do? We'll try to come out of that. We'll use all of our efforts. Maybe it will take long time, but definitely one day we'll come out of that. Okay, finally you'll be able to get rid of them. So problems are not constant, children. Okay, so they are So we may get problems, but again we come out of that. So there will be solution for each and every problem. There is no problem in the world which doesn't have a solution. We can find out solution for any kind of problem. Okay. Next. The troubles become blessings if we are thankful for our troubles. So if we are thankful for our troubles, then that troubles only becomes our blessings. Out of troubles, we'll find a path which will lead us toward a life without troubles. So from the troubles only, we'll find a path which can lead us a life without troubles. Thus, we need to be thankful for our troubles and make them blessings. So in this manner, we need to make our troubles into blessings. Okay. Now let us see the comprehension. Page number 250. See this one, children. So just read the questions only. You read the paragraph. First one, what it is. Who is venerated in China with textbooks recounting his story to children? Obvious question it is, right? Dr. Kotnis. Next, where did he serve? He served in the 1938 Sino-Japanese War in China for many years. Next, how did he die, children? Actually, he died just because of a disease called epilepsy in the year 1942, and at the time he was just of 33 years old. Next one, few in Mumbai know about him. What is the phrase meaning? Few in Mumbai know about him means Dr. Kotnis didn't get due recognition for his service in his own country. So as I told you before itself, until and unless the book was published on his biography, so many people didn't know about him. So that means that few in Mumbai knows about him. Next one, what is the name of the book and who wrote it? One Who Never Returned. It was written by a famous journalist, Khwaja Abbas Ahmad, in the year 1945. Next, how did he become well known actually? Yes, after the screening of the movie Dr. Kotnis Ki Amar Kahani, which was directed by Dr. V. Shantaram, made him well known to every Indian. Next one, so our conjunctions are and or who, okay. And from the poem, here the questions. What is the central idea of the poem? So from that poem, what is its main theme, main concept of that poem, children? The central idea of the poem is that we should have gratitude, which can turn a negative into positive. So if you have gratitude, you can change even negative things into a positive things. For what should we be thankful? Actually, we should be thankful for what we have got. Only then we'll learn to appreciate it. Whatever it is, maybe negative or positive, whatever it is, whatever you are going to get in your life, be thankful for that. That's it. Okay. Next, what does the phrase "you have made a difference" means? This phrase means we have done something worthwhile, something important, we have done something interesting. How do setbacks help us? Setback means failure. Setbacks help us by making us stronger, and they act as stepping stones to success. So they act as a driving force, and we can use them as stepping stones to success. What does a life of rich fulfillment means? It means real happiness, peace and contentment. Contentment means satisfaction. Okay, so today just read all these questions once, children. In tomorrow's class, we'll see the next part. Okay, thank you.